India, the largest democracy of the world, is directed on the path of development and making a mark with its global presence today. What will be the next big leap for India to head forward? Will it spearhead the nation's trajectory and steer its goal of becoming a superpower? To answer these crucial questions, Times Now came back with the third edition of Times Now Summit, a landmark forum that brings together leading policymakers, geopolitical experts, thought leaders, opposition voices, and global icons. This year, the two-day summit held in New Delhi had the theme India, a Vibrant Democracy, Global Bright Spot. In this episode, we bring you excerpts from the event that brought out the vision for the brighter future of our country.
At the outset, I would like to thank Times Network for inviting me here. I also take this opportunity to extend my best wishes to the speakers. In this changing global scenario, the most critical concern for various governments is reduction carbon footprints of their respective nations. We have witnessed many multi-treaties around this objective, India being an active participant. Our government has implemented various policies to accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles, which is contributing greatly for the reduction of carbon footprint. In our rapid growing economy, EV mobility has a major role in shaping the auto industry in the near future. The Indian automotive industry is slated to be the third largest by 2030. Capturing a vast domestic market relying on the conventional fuel-intensive mobility will not be sustainable. Olectra Greentech has foreseen this and shaped our strategies to revolutionize the electric mobility in the country. After investing heavily in research and development, we penetrated into e-mobility segment in 2015. Since then, we have been on the path of exponential growth, wherein we have marked our presence in multiple states with successful bus operations. Aiming for electrification, Olectra has delivered more than 900 buses across the country. Also, Olectra is the first of its kind to introduce 9 meters, 7 meters, 9 meters, and 12 meters air-conditioned electric buses. We have introduced and demonstrated our buses, done trials in 45 state transport units across the country, and our buses have operated more than 8.5 crore kilometers on Indian roads. This is the biggest, largest operations when compared with any other electric bus manufacturing company. An increase in population and betterment in lifestyle generates higher demands of vehicles, which in turn is bound to impact the air quality and increase the country's dependence on crude oil, leading to higher import bills. However, economic development often involves judicious trade-offs, and thus arises a need for green mobility solutions. Olectra has thus brought one such solution on the table with electric tipper. We have developed one electric tipper with complete in-house design, and the tipper got developed and the trials have completed, and now the tipper is being homologated. The tipper, which can run 250 kilometers with single charge, built with a heavy-duty bogie. The manufacturing will be scaled up in the coming months. The change in automotive technologies and alternatives to fossil fuel is going to be the way forward. By making the shift towards electric vehicles, India stands to benefit on many fronts. It has a relative abundance on renewable energy and availability of skilled manpower, both for R&D and manufacturing. OGL is determined to empowering the cause of actively manufacturing and mobilizing the EVs in the country. Regardless of the country's ambitious targets, India's EV space is at nascent stage. However, looking at it differently, India offers the world's largest untapped market. Government of India is promoting the electric mobility with a great policy, namely FAME 2. The recent amendments that have been made in FAME 2 has given great opportunity for the increase in the numbers. Despite all the efforts made by all the stakeholders in bringing EV revolution, there are still challenges which are being faced by EV industry. The major concern among the potential customers is the current high price of EVs. A sustainable approach to overcome these challenges would be subsidies to private buses by operators, individual owners, which will increase the EV penetration to schools, offices and corporates. Incentivize, subsidize for trucks and tippers for faster penetration of EVs. Lastly, on behalf of Olectra, my best wishes to the entire EV industry and thanks again to the Times team for hosting. We have a brief presentation over the Olectra and what exactly we are doing and what are the products that are developed by the company. We just want to present. It is just Olectra Greentech, a snapshot. We have 7 meters, 9 meters, 12 meters and coach buses which can run from 150 kilometers to 300 kilometers with single charge. We have started this company in 2015. Of course, this company is established during the year 2000, but in 2015 we have entered into this bus segment. Since then, in 2016 we got 6 numbers of electric bus orders from various governments. 17, 25, 18, 124, 19, 513, 20, 545, 21, 754. And last year, we have got, this year we got 2,623 numbers. So the business is going up and the orders, the number of orders that are being received from governments is very encouraging. I'll just here I would like to explain about the comparison between the fossil fuel versus electric operations. For example, if a 9-meter bus is required to get operated, with a liter of diesel, it runs 3 kilometers. A liter costs 100 rupees. With a liter of diesel, it can run 3 kilometers, with which the kilometer cost would be 33 rupees. Whereas with electric, with 1 unit of power, which is 6 rupees 75 paise, you can run a kilometer of distance. That is 6 rupees 75 paise versus 33 rupees. Almost 7 times. 7 times would be the difference. These are the various buses, various models that are being manufactured by Olectra. We have manufactured and supplied to Pune, Hyderabad, Himachal Pradesh, Mumbai, Gujarat, Kerala, Silvassa, Nagpur, Surat, Dehradun, Tirupati, Panjim, which is Goa, and the strengths and future roadmap of Olectra. So this is a professionally managed organization. We have established in the year 2000, but we have started this electric mobility in the year 2015, and we are expanding in a big way. We have several models when compared to any other OEMs in India. We have got 7, 9, 12 meters and coach buses. Apart from this, the future roadmap of the company is this. We have also developed the tarmac buses, where we place these buses on the airport for tarmac operations. These buses are being operated in Hyderabad. Our buses which are manufactured for tarmac operations are well placed in Hyderabad for the past 3 years. So we are going to expand our manufacturing capacity. We are going to build a world-class manufacturing facility in Hyderabad, for which government of Telangana has allocated 150 acres of land. A world-class manufacturing facility is being built in that 150 acres of land. We are going to spend about 800 crores for developing that plant. So this is the brief about Olectra Greentech. Thank you very much.
Let's put our hands together for Mr. Anurag Thakur. He's been leading India's great heroic sporting glory on the international stage, and what a fantastic job he's done. How many champions we are producing that make India proud. Let me begin with you, Mr. Thakur. Thank you very much for giving us time. I want to begin with this great story that is unraveling under your watch. All nations, when they want to project themselves on the international stage, do so first, usually with great impact on the athletic ground, on the sports field, in big sports gatherings. And India has now begun to push those buttons. How has this happened? What are the goals?
Let me first thank you for inviting me for this session. Well, the session is named or titled as Winds of Change in New India. Ideally, I think it should be titled Storms of Change in Rising New India. Because New India started in May 2014, and moving on 8 years, it has shaped into Rising New India. As the vision or the initiative of Prime Minister Modi has started taking place, making India a rising new India in a gathering global gloom. Because there's a lot of challenges globally. At the same time, it was the COVID-19 pandemic. During that time, to ask your athletes to go outside India and train and also survive, then participate in Tokyo Olympics, it wasn't an easy task. Mirabai Chanu got injured. Within 24 hours, she was given the US visa, given the flight along with her coach and other supporting staff. So India has tried to do whatever possible under the ability of Prime Minister Modi as far as in the field of sports is concerned. I was looking at the top scheme. It started after Rio Olympics. And in the last 4 years, we have seen how it has benefited most of the players. Their training, boarding, lodging, scientific, treatment and all that, everything has been taken care by the government of India. And that is why India has won the highest ever medals in the Tokyo Olympics, Paralympics and the Deaf Olympics. 7 in the Tokyo Olympics, 19 in the Deaf Olympics and 17 in the Paralympics. So that clearly shows that whatever initiative has been taken is reaping benefits. And our wait for last 121 years, Neeraj Chopra has won the gold medal for India. Not only that, post that, it was during the IBA Women World Boxing Championship. India won the gold medal, Nikki Zareen won that. Thomas Cup, we never won the gold medal. India won the gold medal this time. And look at the Commonwealth Games, we won the 66 medals. It's not one of the events, but event after event, India has performed well as far as the sports is concerned. All because it started from the top. Prime Minister Modi himself interact with the athletes before they leave for any big championship. Even during the tournaments, if need to, he motivate players. And while they are back in India, he hosts them. I think no other Prime Minister on earth does give that kind of importance to the sports person personally by speaking to them and also inviting them at his residence.
Recent successes, of course, have been recognized all across the globe, Anuragji, but when it comes to budgeting for sports, sometimes we found that, and you look at the numbers, we are found a bit wanting. Even this budget, and over the last few years, there hasn't been a commitment. And I have some statistics here. Why is this the case?
We need to understand sports is a state subject. The primary responsibility lies with the states. But if you look at our government, in 2013-14, I think the annual budget was 840 crore rupees. And this year it was 2,400 crore rupees for the Youth Affairs and Sports Department. If you look at in 2013, I think the overall infrastructure projects in India was close to 560 crore rupees. Today it is at 2,700 crore rupees. So if you compare it with the UPA regime, it is 4 times to 5 times more. But then finally, sports is a state subject. Apart than that, there are the private entrepreneurs also invest into that.
Let's explore this, because while the sportsmen and of course the government has helped with their training, nutrition, etc., are bringing us great laurels on the international stage, our sports federations make news still for the very wrong reasons. Now, FIFA went ahead to ban the AIFF over election issues. That was later overturned, of course. But it just gives the impression that we're still stuck in an India that you have defined was not Naya India. An era much before 2014. We've had scandals in sports earlier as far as sporting bodies are concerned. Why is this a recurrent theme, and how does one move beyond this?
You know, if you look at the International Olympic Committee, the Olympic Charter says that the sports bodies has to be autonomous. There shouldn't be any government interference. So we don't directly interfere into the day-to-day affairs of the sports bodies. They elect their office bearers, they elect their members, and they run on their own. We have a National Sports Development Code which they follow. And we have forced them to follow that. If you look at last 4 months, majority of the federations have followed the sports code, which never happened in the past. As far as FIFA banning or suspending the All India Football Federation is concerned, there's no role of the government. You know, the court appointed a committee of administrators who was supposed to hold the elections about 5 years back. They didn't do anything. That committee sat on the issue for good 4 years. When it took over as a minister, we approached the court that the election should be held at the earliest. It is the government of India who went to the court. So how can be onus on us? And it is the government of India who initiated with the FIFA to take all those measures which is required at the government level and at the federation level, so that the issue should be resolved. And I'm glad to say, in the minimum time, we have resolved the issue, and India has also hosted one of the most popular tournament, which is among the younger generation, is the Under-17 Women Football World Championship in Bhubaneswar, Goa and Mumbai. We did that. The suspension was revoked, new committee is elected, and they've hosted the tournament. It is one of the most successful tournaments as far as FIFA is concerned.
The problem begins, many people say, is with politicians who think that sporting federations are their personal fiefs, and they end up turning them into little mini political akhadas. Do you think the time has come now to liberate these sporting federations from administrators who also double up as professional politicians?
मुझे लगता है राहुल जी, आपको इसको दूसरे नजरिए से देखना होगा. पहली बात तो, अगर एक पॉलिटिशियन या एक ब्यूरोक्रेट अगर पूरे देश के किसी भी डिपार्टमेंट को चला सकता तो खेल को भी चला सकता, उसमें कोई रुकावट नहीं होनी चाहिए. लेकिन क्या कोई कब्जा करके बैठा है? आपका मुझे लगता है ध्यान उस तरफ है. अब मान लीजिए ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉल फेडरेशन, कल्याण चौबे इज अ फॉर्मर फुटबॉल प्लेयर. Now he is also elected representative MLA as well. So do you think he should be barred for contesting election? Roger Binney is heading the BCCI today. At one stage I was heading it. But when I took over the Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association president, I was not elected representative in the year 2000. But do you think when I became MP, I should have resigned out of that? मुझे लगता है केस टू केस देखना चाहिए. क्या आपके आने से फायदा हुआ? अरुण जेटली जी DDCA के अध्यक्ष बने तो दिल्ली में कभी स्टेडियम नहीं था, एक सुंदर स्टेडियम बना के दिया. पवार साहब बने तो उन्होंने मुंबई में स्टेडियम बनाया. IS बिंद्रा ब्यूरोक्रेट बने तो मोहाली स्टेडियम बनाया. मैं पॉलिटिशियन नहीं था, लेकिन मैंने अपनी 26 साल की उम्र में दुनिया का सबसे खूबसूरत स्टेडियम बगैर सरकार के खर्चे के धर्मशाला में बना कर दिया. तो डिपेंड करता है कौन क्या करता है. लेकिन एक पूरी तरह से आप कहो कि पॉलिटिशियंस को नहीं आना चाहिए, तो उससे शायद मैं सहमत ना रहूं.
According to the new guidelines, at least 30 minutes a day are to be given to telecast content on private channels pertaining to, quote, public service and national interest, unquote. क्या इसकी जरूरत है? और secondly, should the government be telling private channels what kind of content they should be running?
नहीं, कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के नाते एज ए नेशन और आपको एक मीडिया के नाते 30 मिनट आपको तय करना है कब कब आप चला सकते हैं. और अगर देश को कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन देने के लिए, जागरूकता करने के लिए आप करते हैं, स्वच्छता अभियान से लेके फिट इंडिया से लेके कुछ भी हो सकता है, नशा मुक्त भारत करने के लिए कुछ भी, आपके ऊपर निर्भर करता है कौन कौन से एरिया पे आपको करना है. तो 30 मिनट मुझे लगता नहीं कि बहुत ज़्यादा समय होना चाहिए.
Voluntary guidelines slightly different. But Anurag ji, let's
और
talk
उसमें
about
सरकार
films.
नहीं कह रही कि ये चलाइए वो चलाइए, वो आपको ही तय करना है क्या चलाना है.
So you think as part of corporate social responsibility it is okay, but many people say that we should not be dictating, government should not be dictating to channels what they should run, what time, how much duration, etc. etc. Are you, आप सहमत हैं उस criticism से, या आप सोचते हैं कि वो ज़्यादा extreme है view?
देखिए, हम तो पहले ही जहां रेगुलेट करने की बात है कहीं नहीं कर रहे. आप तो सेल्फ रेगुलेशन पर हो. तो सरकार तो मीडिया को कहीं डिक्टेट करती ही नहीं है, चाहे प्रिंट, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक या डिजिटल मीडिया, तीनों में ही आप सेल्फ रेगुलेशन मोड पे, तीनों ही. जहां तक ये बात है, बहुत सारी ऐसी जानकारियां हैं, मान लीजिए कहीं पर आपात की स्थिति है तो वहां पर आपको जानकारी देनी, तो क्या मीडिया का दायित्व नहीं बनता कि आप उसकी जानकारी दे पाएं? आपके उसके अंदर आएगा. कहीं स्वच्छता कैंपेन है, कहीं ड्रग्स को मुक्त करना है, फिट इंडिया से लेकर कुछ और भी कैंपेन हो सकता है. और बहुत सारे चैनल्स आपके अभी भी करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं करते, अलग अलग इनिशिएटिव चलाते हैं, लेकिन कुछ नहीं करते, तो शायद वो भी करना शुरू कर देंगे.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Anurag ji.
Rahul ji.
Thank you very much.